Blaming Abnur will not end the dragon infestation. Camera.
Ever the voice of reason, speaker. Ah, here comes someone who can help us now. You must be here about my summons. Good, good. I was just telling Lord Gareshri and Camera that someone would answer my call. Since you're here, I presume you will wholeheartedly agree to help us save Elsweyr from a rage of dragons. So much better than flock or herd, don't you think? The Khajiite Defense Force isn't prepared to deal with a threat as big as dragons, especially since they were fighting to liberate Rimmon when the huge beasts arrived. Stay focused. We'll deal with that later. Right now, we must assist the Defense Force. Rendezvous with us at their command post. On your way, however, I have another task for you. I detected a series of power surges that I want you to investigate. I was formulating a spell to track the dragons when I noticed several surges of arcane energy not far from here. They reminded me of an old acquaintance. Has a way with portals. If it is him, I want you to secure his help against the dragons. Hard to say with certainty, but I don't believe so. They remind me of Sir Cadwell, who somehow opens portals with the power of similar intensity. Check the locations I marked on your map before you make your way to the defense camp. Lord Gareshri is the Speaker of the Main and the Commander of the Northern Elsweyr Defense Force. His aide, Camera, serves as both a diplomat and a spy. Though she would never call herself that. If you want to know more, feel free to ask them.
HRRM. Another outsider comes to Elsweyr. As if we did not have enough problems between Abnur and the dragons. Ah, do not mind me. Great beasts rampaging through my homeland tends to put me in a foul mood. I am Camera. I assist the Speaker of the Main and serve as his agent. With both the Usurper Queen and the dragons ravaging northern Elsweyr, there is much for me to do. Too much, I fear, but I will persevere. What can I tell you that you cannot guess? That these fearsome creatures of legend have returned to threaten Elsweyr? That much is obvious. Damn it. This is all Abnur's fault. Dark moons take him. That arrogant Imperial. For an advisor to Emperors and a renowned battle mage, he demonstrates a disturbing lack of caution. It was Abnur who entered the halls of Colossus and released the dragons. He says that was not his intention, but... HRRM. What do my beliefs matter? Dragons have come to Elsweyr, destroying everything I hold dear. As the moon singers say, the path to oblivion is paved in good intentions.
Your a position in which I have served faithfully for many years. I represent our spiritual leader, the Main. In addition, I command the Northern Elsweyr Defense Force during this time of trouble. A few years ago, Abnur's half-sister Araxia conquered Rimmon and parts of Northern Elsweyr. He recently liberated Riverhold and were about to do the same for Rimmon when the dragons appeared. Do what Abnur asked. Just as he once served as advisor to emperors, he has agreed to help me formulate strategies and tactics for use against the dragons. Greetings, worker. Have you a moment to speak?
No, Elsweyr. Never touch a dead monster, especially a dead one.
Don't be such a nervous netch. The dead can't hurt us. But where do you think it came from?
It stinks of cold arbor. Perhaps one of the usurper queen's lackey summoned it. Yes.
Don't touch the dead thing, Thedonna tells me. Like I don't know how to handle a Daedric corpse. I wonder what...
What a stench. That's the stink of cold arbor, Walker. How such a fearsome and dangerous creature ended up dead beneath our favorite rocky outcropping, this one doesn't wish to speculate.
I saw you, traveler. Why do all outsiders insist on acting suspiciously? I watched you go from location to location, just like the man with the pot on his head. Are you one of the soldiers intent on digging up every plot of land? Or are you simply a deviant who enjoys skulking and slinking through the wilderness? Do not play innocent with me, stranger. You must be working with that pale, gaunt fool with the ridiculous mustache. Why else would you be visiting the same places that he did? Adia, the hated Imperial who conquered Rimmon and falsely claimed to be its queen. Do not feign ignorance, outsider. I had just about enough of that when I talked to the man with the pot on his head. You sound as confused as he was. Kept talking to his pet lizard bird like he expected it to answer. The last I saw, he headed east. I suppose.
Uncanny. It looks just like the lovely place I dreamed about. Must be why. Hello, have you come to pay your respects to this poor fellow, too? It was the strangest thing. Important? I have no idea. I suppose it must be. I saw it in a dream, after all. Or was it a vision? I get fun, you say? The grumpy bat clemage. How is the old boy? The surges were probably just me. My portal took a few tries. Well, it took a few tries to find the exact spot I saw in my dream. A number of frightfully rude lads and lasses occupied foul smelling. I'll have you know that was my lunch. Can't believe I lost it. And if by Bantam you mean my faithful steed, Honor, well, dispatch. Why would I do such a terrible thing? I adore those adorable pudge buckets. Alas, Grook was standing a little too close when I opened my portal. Were the words the same for you? Sometimes written language likes to confuse me. Words change and switch places. Very annoying. Anyway, I don't have the slightest idea. The words inscribed upon it conjure up all kinds of questions, though. Who is this betrayer? Who dragons? I haven't battled a dragon since. You know, I can't remember, but I'm certain I fought one or two in my day. I was a gallant knight, after all. Of course, didn't we go over this? I'm a chivalrous knight. Oh, you mean the pale and dashing complexion. I am a soul-shriven, a denizen of lovely cold Darba. I'm the old... It's called a helmet, I'll have you know. The proper headgear for a daring knight. Not at all as pedestrian as the foppery you're adorned with. Get down. I'll deal with this. Oh, now you show up. Left me to deal with the dragon all by myself. It's a good thing I'm Abnur and not, well, some lesser mage. I discovered the betrayer. Good. There's a betrayer mentioned in the legends of Kanzari. It seems those stories continue to haunt me. No matter. We can deal with that later. Right now. That doesn't surprise me. Cadwell and Strange go together like hot bread and butter. I need to recover my strength. Driving off that dragon took a lot out of me. Kanzari, hero of the Merethic era. Most of the legends are unbelievable, though the Kajayati moon singers guard the secret history. Their tales let...
Damn us for arriving too late. I did not expect to find our militia under assault by... The militia was already depleted from the fight to liberate Reverold, but we were determined to press on towards him. Our resistance to Araxia's rule requires more than just soldiers. There are intelligence reports, Safhouse location. They are vital to our efforts to free Rimmon from Araxia's rule. And if our forces acquire them, those help us will be exposed.